you are saying the federal government is not doing enough. Thank you very much for making the effort to know these statistics and place the blame squarely on the federal government. I think I better tell you how I've been forced to go public and cover up my inefficiencies by saying that between 1999 and 2015, up to 29 May when I was sworn in, and I challenge Nigerians to come out and contradict my statement by checking in Europe, America, and Asia. The average production of Nigerian crude was 2.1 million barrels a day, 1999 to 2015, up to the time I was sworn in. At the cost price of $100 American dollars per barrel, it went up to 143. So Nigeria was earning 2.1 million times 100, times 16 years, 7 days a week. And when we came, unfortunately, the price collapsed to 28, then 37, 38, and then it was oscillating between $40 and $50 per barrel. And then the production went down to 500,000 barrels a day because the militants were unleashed on the administration. So this is after 16 years. So I went to the governor of Central Bank and asked him, why are the savings? He could not deny my statement, the production, the cost, and the number of years. He said there was no saving, only debt. Only debt. And then what was the condition of our roads? Well, you know it from your constituencies, even if you don't go back home. But people are writing and telling you, maybe that's why you are sending so much help if you can. What is the condition of the road, the infrastructure? The rail was killed. There was no power. In fact, they admitted, some of the people who were in charge during those years, that they spent $16 billion, not naira, on electricity. But you know better than I do because you communicate with people back at home. From barbers to plumbers to everybody who was using small generator, pum, 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 and buying diesel, because there was no power. So what was the money for? Frankly, that was my disappointment with Nigerian elite. I couldn't recall much noise being made about the mismanagement of the resources. An opportunity we never had since our independence. Because I have been involved right from 1966, after 15th January, up to now. I attempted to be the president 3 times. I was lucky. I was one of the 4th time. I was a governor. I was a minister of petroleum. I was a head of state, and I was in detention. So which qualification do you want? So really, I have all seen it, but my disappointment with Nigerian elite. What have they done in those 16 years? To that party. The 3 times I went to Supreme Court, I was beaten. The election representation starts from Court of Appeal for the president. The first time I spent 30 months in court. We spent 27 months in the Court of Appeal, and then we moved to Supreme Court. And there, the day we went, my legal advisor or my legal leader, Chief Mike Hamba, the Supreme Court would then listen to us. And then they went in, they came out after 30 minutes. They said they are due for summer break or whatever break. And they went away for 3 months. That makes it 30 months. When they came, it took them 45 minutes to dismiss our case. In 2007, again, I was in court for 18 months at least. In 2011, I was in court for 8 months. And I came out and made a statement to the press. I told them that having been a governor, a minister, a head of state in uniform, I voluntarily joined Agbada group. I become a partisan politician. And that was the third time I attempted. And this was what happened to me. I said, God day. And in 2015, I thank God and technology, permanent voters card, and card readers. Again, the party that we dethroned so that they have tied it up, because what they used to do was to look at constituencies, award marks or points, go to the radio house and say, whoever disagreed with the result should go to court. When most of the people are fighting for the next meal, why do they get money to pay sons to go and defend them in their cases in court? So they said, God day. So I too said, God day. And 2015, you know, technology and God, or God and technology, helped us out, and I won the election. So what do we have? If our production went down to 500,000 and the price went down to just over 30, what money do we have? What can we do with the infrastructure? The roads, the rail, power. So I think I expect you as intellectuals and businessmen who keep your books all the time to find out the damage done by the main opposition now to the economy and the integrity of the country. So what we are very busy now, if you can check, you will find out we are trying to do the infrastructure, because that will improve the power earnings of Nigerians, and we can tax them and get more money, you know, to do the infrastructure and other things, and including investing more on education. So if I don't spend more than 5% according to the person who asked this question, this is the reason. This is the reason. The second question I put is, do I get frustrated? Well, it is very difficult. What I told you now is what I expect the Nigerian elite in their various constituencies to think about and try to educate people. I told you what happened for the 3 times I attempted and ended up in the Supreme Court. They were just reading things. So they built a culture around fraud, about fraud. And it's so convenient for those that organize it because they get plenty of money. But now the reader's card, and I said, and the PBC readily came, technology came to the rescue. That was eventually, I managed to win the election. So we are going to strengthen that, make INEC as independent, as viable, and possible, give them money so that they can recruit committed Nigerians, you know, to be in charge, and educated ones, those that can understand and use technology to get the votes from all constituencies correct. So foreign votes, the way the economy is now, I think for the elections in 3 months' time or 4 months' time, it will be very difficult for INEC and the government to organize correct survey of those that are outside all over the world, whether they are entitled to, whether they reach the age of voting, and it can be done efficiently. I don't think INEC can be able to do it in 3 months' time. So let me start lobbying you here. Write home that they should vote for me so that by the time I'm going 2023, then I can include the foreign voters. If you campaign for me on that basis, I will try. If you don't, then